The reason we bet on SMB was I had spent my entire life doing the soul crushing exercises of selling to CIOs. And it's just
Nice.
a soul crushing work. I didn't want to do it. And I also felt, at least back when we started, the internet kind of disproportionately benefited small relative to
Yeah.
large. And your success was much more about the width of your brain than the width of your wallet. And so we had sort of a play on that. We also just looked at the consumer business like, actually, the P&L is a shitty way to look at these businesses. Let's look at CAC and TLV. Kind of convinced ourselves that that worked. And one of the interesting thing about HubSpot SMB, the other SMB company that's done amazing, even better than HubSpot, is Shopify. And they're both outside of consensus land in Silicon Valley. Yes, I think there's a big echo chamber in Silicon Valley and big negative bias towards SMB. But you can make it work in SMB. HubSpot and Shopify have shown it. Block has shown it.
Monday.com as well. Massively anti-consensus. Totally agree.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they're moving to the enterprise.
Yeah. Yes, they are in a way that you guys didn't. And then the other, I just got to say it while I have
But
you.
would
Brian.
you have made the choice today, Brian, in AI? And the reason I ask, right, is, I mean, to make a lot of great AI products work, you need training. You need upfront, you need forward deploy engineers. You need daily, even if it's SMB, every day someone's got to be your AI orchestrator. If you were doing all that today, would you go a little bit more M? Because these S's don't have time to train their AIs.
Yeah. And in fact, here's one of the interesting things about my life is all these founders come to me and say, how did it happen with HubSpot? Like, how did you do marketing? We talk about our website grader and content marketing, inbound marketing. How'd you take on Salesforce? Like, kind of came under them, freemium. And like, we learned a lot. We innovated a bit. And a lot of what we learned just wouldn't work today. You got to keep innovating. You got to keep turning that over. And so I'm careful to give people like, what about your culture? Like, people need to find new things because I'm nervous. I'm nervous when I give people advice and tell them what we did at HubSpot because it worked at the time. It was really innovative at the time. But a lot of what we did on go-to-market, a lot of the freemium stuff, a lot of PLG stuff, a lot of the interesting culture stuff, or SMB play, like, you know.
Some of it works, some of it doesn't, I think, right?
Some of it works, some of it doesn't, yeah.
Do we have, Jason, I'm just literally, this is me exploring, not knowing the answer. What are the great, is there a great SMB AI product out there today where you go that, well, lovable, stupid question, Rory. I mean, you could argue that you seem to imply that it's harder to do enterprise kind of SMB level apps in AI because of the need for training data. And then I'm trying to think, what are the mass adopted enterprise apps? And obviously, you know, you're the lovable and Replit guys. So there are some. Are there any others?
Even the exceptions sometimes prove. I mean, I'll tell you, I learned a lot of AI from Brian's AI. Like, I copied it and made it better, right? And when Brian built his clone, we and I were talking the very beginning. He's like, well, I'm like, Brian, it's pretty good. I had some fun cathartic conversations with Brian's AI, and I had some fun ones. And I'm like, it's pretty good. Mine's better because it's only because it's trained on more data. Mine is better. But I didn't get it. I asked Brian, why is yours so good? It's like, I spent a lot of time training it. And this was 6 months ago. There's a lot of time in it. And I didn't get it, right? But now when I look at every true AI company, it's hard to train it, right? And so this is a quandary for SMB investments, right? And what I'm looking for SMB companies in AI is, how do you self-train? How do you solve the unsolvable issue? How do you solve the fact that it can take 6 months to roll out a Palantir grade deployment? How do you do that in 60 seconds?